screwdriver to it and you could hear it. You probably don't even need a screwdriver at this stage. The bearing frequencies that we talk about, the BPFOs and BPFIs, by this stage, forget it. You know, there's so much damage, we're not seeing it. The geometry of the bearings going to be changing, and those frequencies would have changed before they disappeared. We're generating a lot of noise, so in the lower frequencies we'll see the noise floor lift up. We'll see these haystacks, as people call them, appear in the spectrum. It's just all that noise is exciting the resonance, exciting the natural frequencies, and it's resonating at different frequencies. It's pretty serious at this stage. You know, you can imagine as the ball's rolling along that raceway there, there's nothing periodic about that vibration anymore. It's just, you know, a lot of sort of noise. Which means that the high frequency detection techniques are falling over at this stage. They're detecting probably lower amplitudes, depending on the exact technique, lower amplitudes and no periodicity. Noise floor is going to start lifting up in your enveloping graph and peak view and so on. But we will start to see the noise floor also lifting up. It's kind of like that train that I mentioned, that high frequency. You know, we saw it here, we saw it here, now we're seeing it here, and now it's causing the noise floor to lift up. We've got excessive clearance now in the bearings, so we're getting harmonics perhaps. There may be still some defect frequencies, but you know, don't count on that. So, all I can say is that the bearing is giving you plenty of warning, and if you keep running it at this stage, you know, you'd need to have a good reason. There must be production demands or a complete lack of belief in even your own hearing to not believe that there's something wrong with the bearing at this stage. But the bearing really is, you know, on the way out. And as I mentioned, you know, at this stage, the shock pulse readings, for example, would be trending up. Get to stage 3, stage 4, they can trend downwards. And, you know, you need to understand that when that starts to happen, it's well and truly time to act. You've been warned and warned and warned. Really all of these techniques, you know, in the earlier stage 4 will give you some signs. By late stage 4, well, they're still giving you signs. It's just that you won't be seeing peaks in the envelope spectrum, and I'll give you an example of that in a minute. So you really do have to replace the bearing, or it will just fail. And you know, there can be secondary damage and safety issues and problems with production if that happens. So that's up to you. Anyway, that gives you an idea of the stage 1, 2, 3 and 4 transition in vibration. We're going to have a look at how we can use spectrum analysis and time waveform analysis, although we've talked about that quite a bit already. We're going to look at how we can use the high frequency detection techniques like enveloping and peak view and so on, giving you just a quick idea of how they work, but you know, there's just a couple of rules to make sure that you use them properly and get the results that you expect. Anyway, that's the end of that section.